I was a kid because I started BHC when I was really young. I was like early 20s, so 22, 23. And I was really curious about the world. I'm an Aquarius, and so we want to, change the world. Yeah. We want to be able to make the world a better place. And I was really curious around how to do that. I moved to Montreal for theater school, so I was in my creative bag. And yeah, I think who I was curious, was really determined to be engaged in social change and building a better world than I was living in. I think it's I'm an immigrant. I moved here when I was 13, 14. I am a child of a single mother, a mother who had me when she was really young and didn't have the resources to take care of herself, but also really take care of me. I am a queer Black person in this world. I am a Black woman in this world. I grew up in shelters, and I grew up around the world, never really having a home. I think those are some identities that really shaped how I understood care and the necessity for belonging was a big one. Looking for belonging, looking to feel like I belonged somewhere and I had people, because I'm also an only kid, which is a unicorn in Black families. Everyone's like, you're Black, you're your only kid? I'm yes. And so I think this sense of looking for belonging, looking for community, and also trying to support other people that are bringing up children with a bit more resources than my own did. I experienced a lack of community, and also my family is survivors of a genocide, and so just so much intergenerational trauma there. So I think it was just the lack of community. I felt I think I was just the loneliness that comes with being an immigrant in this world sometimes. I wanted to no longer feel that way, and those were my big motivators in life. When I started for BHC, I think I had just started my own healing journey. I had been on my own. I had only been seeing a therapist maybe for a year and a half. So I was really new to the work, and I thought that there was a destination in my head of what healing meant. But I think I also knew from back then the healing was always going to be something communal that we do, was something that needed to be done together. It wasn't, I think there's so much importance in one-on-one care, because I wouldn't be who I am without the support of my one-on-one relationship with my therapist. But I think those two need to, I even knew back then, but I don't think I really knew how much just collective care is so integral to my own healing, but also the folks that I wanted to support as well. To be honest, it was the beginning of the pandemic. I was thinking the other day, and I'm more someone who's really, there's something about spaces for me. As I said, I grew up as an only kid who moved around from place to place. And so I really never had a home. And so I was really curious about spaces. I was curious around bringing people together. And I think at the beginning of the pandemic, I was so isolated, like most of us. And then I was working in community, but still felt so disconnected because it wasn't necessarily working towards healing. And so I think the start of the pandemic was the moment where I was like, it would be so lovely, to have a place where I could just go and be with other folks, other Black folks, other people from equity-deserving communities. I felt a place that felt like home, a place where healing was prioritized and our wellness was also prioritized. I was working yeah, it was been like the yoga meditation spaces, but they've always been so white, and Iris felt so out of place. And again, all these places do need to exist, but I think we also need the places where we can just go be us. I think it's so integral because what colonization did was it divided us up and put us in little corners of the world. And then when we found our places, they came and were like, okay, JK lol, Little Burgundy is no longer Little Burgundy, but they're gonna disperse Black folks. And so I think having a space that specialized in Black healing for me was about having like an anchor, like a place in the city where anybody who was feeling lonely, out of place, they could just come and be themselves, and they'll be held without any questions or any need to prove themselves. Because I feel like this world is constantly trying to, no matter who you are in this world, I think we all have this thing where we're constantly trying to prove who we are as human beings and explain ourselves. So I just wanted a place that counteracted that experience. And I think I wanted a place to like experiment and play. What does Black healing look like? Because so much of it has been under so much policing throughout different generations. And so I think I wanted a place to, where people who are doing this work, people who are excited about this work could come and experiment and be curious around what does it look like to take care of us and also our people. The only times we want to hear from Black people is if we're struggling or being really excellent, like Beyonce, because those are the two identities. And it's like, I think we do carry a lot of trauma because, the world ain't it, the current world. But I think, the joy and the suffering have to coexist, and I think if we're gonna, why are we healing if it's not to have a good time, Why are we engaged in any of this work if it's not to like taste the juiciness of what it means to be a human that's not rooted in the things we experience on a daily basis, I attended this incubator with like other youths. The incubator was like almost 60 folks from like across Canada, and it was like, imagine your wildest dreams. If you had any project or anything in this like city, what would it be? And in my mind, I was like, oh yeah, like in 10-15 years, what I would love to see is like the Blackhealing Centre, because I was already working in community, and the community organizations I was working at had like one workshop around mental health every 6 months, and I was like, this is not it. And so I was really curious around what an organization whose sole purpose was to really be engaged and be curious in the wellness of Black folks could look like, what it would look like to have that. And also, as I was looking for therapists, I would ask, and people would send me like PDFs and PDFs of like therapists who all had waiting lists. I remember like my first therapist, I found like the email on Tumblr because someone had made like a BIPOC Tumblr page. And so I was just like, also I'm like, it's so exhausting, first of all, to get to a place as a Black person who's been socialized to think that this is not something that's for you, to first take the step of like, I'm gonna go look for mental health support. You're like, okay, let's do it. And then you ask and they're like, oh yeah, here's like 10 pages of people to look at. You're like, oh, I'm exhausted. You're like, okay, let me send emails. You send emails, everyone, I'm full. I have 6-month waiting list. It's $150, $200 to come see me. Like, well, what the fuck am I doing? And so I think there was just like this exhaustion. So I was wondering what a place where people can just go to, meet a person and be held, what that could bring to the city and to myself as well. Because I was also like, I really wanted, again, as I said, I really wanted a place to create community, a place where I felt like I belonged, a place where I just I felt at home. But I went through the incubator. I was like, Black Healing Center would be amazing. So it was like a competition to see what idea would win. And of course, mine was like so huge because so much money was needed. And so I didn't think that it would win. I was like, oh yeah, here's what I think. Black Healing Center. And it will be like a communal healing space. It will be a hub in the city where people can come get healing, but also kiki and have fun. And I sent it off, and then it came back that my idea had won, and I was like, what? I was so surprised. And it was like, you won like $1,000 to go start your project. I was like, $1,000. $1,000 to do something towards your project. So I was 23 going on 24. My frontal lobe was still developing. After I won, I was like, I took it on and I was like, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to find the funds. I don't know how, but we will find it. And we will open the Black Healing Center next year. So beautiful. So not knowing, it became my mission. It became my like North Star towards like, we're going to have this space. We're going to offer these services. And what I really wanted in the beginning was to like have, I love coffee, I love food, and I wanted to have like a coffee shop. And then it was like a social enterprise, like kind of business idea. So it was gonna be like a coffee shop space where you could come, co-work, hang out, and also have therapists working there. And so you come, you kiki, you go get your healing, you still come and just hang out. So when I started, I was using my own funds to like put on some of the events that we did. I had someone who was doing our comms, Katia, who's the co-founder, and she really was so helpful in like bringing an image to the organization. But also when I started, I knew that the person who was going to do the logo was going to be like Kesna. And so I reached out to these folks to like help bring this to life, because I knew that there were some things I wasn't good at. And so being able to have folks like Katia there, being able to have like Kesna do the logo was really supportive. And I asked some people to help me do some of the research. And so that was really helpful. But in the beginning, it was like, lots of like 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. kind of working days in my home, or going at a cafe and just like working day and night. And I would go to one of my other job where I was working, and I'll come and do BHC. And so it was a lot of labor. Every other day. I was like, what am I doing? Thankfully, when we started, I also approached our clinical director, Dr. Alexandrine Pierre, after we did the docuseries, we're like, okay, what are we going to do? What programs are we going to offer? And I approached her and I was like, hey, I have this idea. I want to do this. How do you want to do this together? And she was like, yes, I want to support this. I want to be part of this. And so having her there as someone who's been doing this work for a really long time was one of my big anchors, because she's like, she loves Black people in a way that I would never understand, because she's been doing this work around like providing wellness for Black people way longer than I have, than most of us have. And so I think having her there to like inspire me was one of the things that kept me going. And I think the other thing, I have a lot of Capricorn in my chart. And I'm someone who is like, so I'm like, I have a goal, therefore we will climb this mountain. I might have put too much salt, but you will see. Okay. Some of the biggest, I think, growing pains within this work, I think a big one that was like a turning point for me was I had a really big friendship breakup, and with someone who I was working with at BHC. And I feel like that felt like a glass broke, because I think I had been going so much that after that happened, I'm someone who's always been like, I loved movement. I loved, I don't know, just being outside, and I wasn't doing these things anymore. And I remember like I looking at myself and being like, I don't know who this gal is, you know? And I think there was that. And then there was the moment where the first lease we had signed, that one, like, it didn't go through and we had lost money. I felt like such a failure. And I'm someone who has had perfection tendencies. I think I think it's a blessing and a curse, because I remember when we first started BHC and we were filming the first video series, some people that came to interview were like, oh, how long has your organization existed? And I'm like, it's been like 2 months, but because of one, the beautiful work that Katia had created, the programs we were putting out there, it seemed like we were professional and we had like a whole us team behind us who were doing this work, but it was just like both of us that were just out here figuring it out. And so I think when that lease didn't go through, because my board members knew, and I feel like just being seen failing publicly was really like a hard thing for me to go through. And I was ready to give up. I was like, I'm done. This is not working anymore. This is not supposed to happen. This is a huge sign from the universe. And like, it was just, my mental health was in the trash. And it was just like, it was the days of getting out of bed were really, really difficult. And I still to this day don't know how I made it through. I think there was also like I really wanted to, I think there's like a wanting, as I said, I did this work because I was looking for a place of belonging, and I hadn't yet found that place within myself, and I kept wanting to find it outside, and I found it in the work. I think the work became my this is who I am. This is the work that I do. This is who I am from A to Z. I also was going through, I think, my own things that I didn't want to look at, and it was much more comfortable to stay in the work because I was doing it for other people. I was sacrificing myself for other people. I remember I was one of the Black History Month lieutenants, like those people in Black History Month, you get like, woo, you did a good job. And I remember when I went to get my award, I was so not well. I was like having such a hard day, and I remember being there and just not wanting to be there. And I was like, we need to shift some things. We need to shift some things because this is starting to take a toll on me. And it didn't make sense that I was doing wellness, mental health work, and I wasn't well. And I think a big thing, I kept being like, why is this happening? Why is this happening? But it's because I already had zero room to breathe. I didn't give myself that space to breathe. And so it's been this, I'm like unlearning that. I'm unlearning that. And actually do it, not read about it, not talk about it, and actually go through the hard process of watering yourself, of taking care of yourself, and of being like, I'll get back to you later. And learning to be like, no. And just good luck. Good fucking luck. I have faith in you. I am proud of where we are right now, where we are today. And I have full trust that you can bring this vision to life, that you can drive this car, that you can, but with intention, and like being able to like see the direction that you're going at, and stopping when you need to stop, and pausing when you need to pause, and letting the vision, the dream change. I was like really open to the vision shifting because I knew that it was something that was coming through me, but it wasn't just for me. And so I think that was very clear for me. And what shifted was the social enterprise aspect of the organization, because when we started doing our collective care circles, which is like kind of our group therapy model. And when we started, we did like a pay what you can kind of model, because we to see what folks were up to. But if people had any issues paying, we would like give them free spots. and the group sold out within like a few hours. So we were running 2, each with 15 people. But like most people emailed us being like, hey, this is too expensive for me. I need like the free spots. And so for me and Dr. Lisa, that was like a really huge sign that we needed to find a way to offer the services much more, even like at a reduced price than we were already doing. And so we shifted to going into a nonprofit model, but I didn't necessarily want to be a nonprofit in the beginning. So that was one part, because nonprofit work is so much labor behind the scenes that for me sometimes it feels like it takes away from the work, and I was the only person. I was like alone. I had supported people, but I was carrying a lot on my shoulders. I already had another job, and so I don't know, just the work of bringing on a board. I was already bringing on people that would come and like ghost me was really painful in some instances. And so that was like a something that was unexpected, but something that I was curious on exploring when me and Lisa were like, okay, we need to be able to offer these services for free. The other thing that evolved was, as I said, I love food, I love coffee, so I wanted it to be like a coffee shop, and I wanted it to be in like a place of its own that was like open and like really like a real studio that had that kind of energy. But when we started looking for spaces, I think it's something that I'm going to be working through for a long time, because I knew racism existed, but I did not know how much racism existed in this city, because it took us almost 2 years to find a place, because a lot of the places we would go visit the places, they would be like, oh yeah, you want to open like a wellness studio? That makes sense. And then we would, send them the name of our organization to go and look into our paperwork, and they'll be like, so no, we're gonna actually turn these places into other things. And so just the amount of rejection, the amount of like having to validate the work we were doing, yes, this is for Black people, to so many people, I think just made me become so militarized in a way in my body that it didn't feel good. Like we lost money on one of the locations because we got in a location, and this place had like when we went to visit this place, it had like a massage space, and then it had like an office, and then it had an office for a psychotherapist. And we went to see it, me and like the person who was helping with my hifkhans were like, oh, this is so exciting. People that are in like our like, area of expertise, we will collaborate with them. And then once we went to see the landlord, as we're about to sign, he's like, just so you know, you can't offer any body work in this place. You also can't offer any psychotherapy. We're like, what do you mean? And he's like, oh, the other tenants have clauses in their leases that nobody else can offer their services in the building. And so we go to them, we're like, hey, we offer like free services to Black equity deserving communities. This is not a competition with you. Can we still offer these services? And these people were like, yeah, no. I was so shook and so surprised, because it didn't make sense to me, because I'm like, if you're in this wellness of work, I would hope that you understand that there's people you can't serve because, one, you don't have the expertise to support them, and two, your prices are just not within most people's capacities right now. And so I was so surprised at the sheer non-careness of the people that are working in the care space, and just the cultural difference of it all. It was a really traumatic and violent experience for us to find a place. I think once we got to the Queen Elizabeth Health Complex and saw that space, I think it was, I think it's like God's work, because once we got there, things started moving and flowing. And I think, I always think of, as Black folks, we have like different experiences in hospitals, and there's so much trauma there. And so being able to have our healing space there, I think is full circle moment and kind of teaching our nervous system of what kind of experiences we can have in buildings that are hospitals. I think that is one thing. So, well, when we found the space, it couldn't be a cafe anymore. So that dream kind of died a little bit as we were focusing mostly on the wellness aspect of the work. But I think in the impact and the things that we do, I don't think not much has changed. It's changed in the way that we went about it, because we didn't open in 1 year. We opened after like 4 years of starting, which is still like a huge undertaking. Now that I know how much it takes to build a business, I'm still surprised that we were able to open within 4 years. Our second year, I quit my job because I was like, no, again, the Capricorn in me. I was like, people keep coming and leaving, so I want to really dedicate myself to BHC. I'm like, I'm going to do this, and we're going to get us to a space. We're going to get us where we need to go. And so I quit, my job and started, at BHC, we're getting like small grants because we're still new, and so grantors were still getting to know us. And so we were working on like different like small honorariums, but I was like, you know what? We'll make it work. We'll figure it out for the next at least like 2-3 years. We will. I was like, I was really committed to this vision. I was committed to seeing this come to fruition. I dedicated myself, and I dedicated to my day and nights, which was good and not good. It was faith. It was like, I trust that I will have enough honorariums as we grow for me to be able to pay my rent and be able to have food. And thankfully, God kept, and ancestors kept, supporting and protecting me. And also like our team worked towards getting us like other grants to be able to help us. But I think most of the time in the past few years, it's been like, well, we shall see. TBD. I was really committed and really eager to see this come to life. And also it's like my house had become a storage because we didn't have a space for like 3-4 years, but we're still offering services. And so we would rent spaces other places. We would we were doing retreats, and so we had like a lot of things. And so my house had become pretty much like a storage, and I was like, we need to get place. And also like being a storage, I live on the 3rd floor with no elevator. I don't drive, and so it was a lot of like physical labor, having to like take materials from one place to another place, and having to just figure out that logistics. So it's really the space for me has always been really integral to the work, to the organization's existence, history, legacy, and impact. Because we were doing impactful work already, we were already providing the services, and I could see change happening. But I think so much has happened with us having a space. So I've been able to like witness that. I think that has been the biggest lesson in this work. I think I did like take off like a few weeks here and there when it was like, but I would wait until like I was at capacity and I was like, ooh, child, thankfully I have like a wonderful therapist, but even then I was just telling you that I was like, a lot of the work would stay here in my head, but not necessarily move down to my body. And so I think there is a certain sacrificial lens that I took to this work, and I kind of forgot that I was doing this work also for myself. I think along the way I've definitely forgotten that. It started being, oh, I'm doing this for other people, I'm doing this for them, I'm doing this for other people, and I kind of left myself in the back. And yeah, that started to like take a huge toll on me. And especially again, as we were going through that like fighting mode with like racists in this city, yeah, there were definitely, it took a huge toll on me. But I was still like, let's go, you know, you gotta go because, yeah, call it immigration, call it perfection tendencies, call it all the things. Yeah, I still, yeah, felt like I needed to go, and I did. And I'm happy to be here, but definitely would be a different kind of journey if I had the advice, and the experience to do this differently. Slow down, baby girl. I would say slow the fuck down. I would say, yeah, like good things take time. Good things take time to build. I would say don't forget yourself along the way. And just lots of grace because we're doing this for the first time. Yeah. Oof, such a good question. I think this experience has taught me, like I knew it in my, again, there's like the disconnection, the disassociation is so real. I think it has taught me that it's really hard to take care of other people without knowing how to take care of yourself, because no matter how much good intention you have, like resentment will grow, you will not be good, and you're gonna start to be jealous of the people that you're supporting, which is very, I don't know, yeah. Weird. And so I would say, yeah, it's taught me that I need to prioritize my own care as much as I do others. And that's like, I'm also part of the community, you know, I'm also part, like, this is why I started. It was for me at the beginning, but then I lost that and it became this like them and me thing. And so I think the big thing that I'm learning is how to be part of the we. Yeah, and also it's just like how to, yeah, ask for support and not feel like it's, I think I've had people, but I've had such a hard time asking for help. And so, yeah, learning how to do that, and also learning how to not be conflict like averse has been a huge lesson, because conflict will arise, and so how to move through that. I'm really grateful for our board member Kofi, who's done a lot of like teaching to me in that regard. Yeah, it's been I mean, I have grown up as like the same time as BHC, like we've grown up together. I started as a wee baby, and now I'm like a little bit, still a baby, but a little bit older, you know? And so I think we've grown up together, and we've grown through the trenches together. Yeah. It's feeling scary. It's feeling scary and exciting at the same time. Like those are coexisting at the same time. It's feeling like it's like spring, you know? It's like there's new energy. There's like flowers that are like coming out, and I'm like, they're like little buds, and I'm like, ooh, I wonder what this flower is gonna be. I wonder what it's gonna look like. So it's feeling like spring, this season of my life. And yeah, it's like that transition period of like before you get to the summer, and you're like, is it spring, is it winter? It's like those are all coexisting at the same time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The painful, the unmasking, the really the shedding, and like looking deep to see what's there. I think it's a season of I'm really curious. As I said, when I started this organization, I was really curious about the world and how to be in service to the world and people. And I still am that, but I'm also really curious about myself and who I want to grow into and bloom into in this season of my life with the knowledge and experience that I have now. I think I've had specific attachments to who I am or how I think I should show up in this world. And I think I'm ready to still accept those identities, but also create more spaciousness for other parts of me to also come into play. I think I'm ready to release, do not be holding on to it, see it, touch it, but be open to letting it loose and letting it do whatever the hell it wants to do, because the world gonna do what it wants to do. Okay, bye. Attachment to how things should go. I think I'm ready to release. I'm in a deep shedding season. I've been in a deep shedding season. We just finished the year of the snake, so I've been literally and figuratively shedding a lot of preconceived notions, a lot of things of how I've been moving in this world. And what I'm taking with me is just Adrienne Marie Brown always says this about a writer called Grace D. Boggs, who says that to transform the world, we have to transform ourselves first. And so really taking that with me and not seeing it as this thing in my head, but actually putting it in practice, and being the love that I want to see in this world, being the caretaker that I want to see in this world. So really kind of embodying these things that I want to see in this world within me as well, and letting that radiate out. So I think that's what I'm carrying with me, and just also more curiosity and less judgment, and really being curious about people, about experiences, and not so attached to my own opinions and thoughts and ideas, and being everything is moving and flowing and we don't know shit. Oh yeah, we've gone through it all. We've gone through the honeymoon phase of oh, I'm so excited, to I want to quit. I am done. I don't want to do this anymore. This is really hard. And then going through the moments again of this is why I'm doing this work. This is it's my I'm really lucky that I got to do my legacy work at so early in this world. I feel really privileged to have had time to do work that feels so purposeful, to do work with people that are so loving. Me and BHC have grown up together. We're little babies that just, grew up together. And so I'm really excited to see, I think, who we both become and who we bloom into. And I'm really excited for that. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for the